I'll never forget the day I found Leo, this tiny kitten, no bigger than my palm, curled up alone on the sidewalk during a walk with my family dog. I'm just a regular guy who grew up with dogs. But when I picked up that shivering fluff ball, something in me shifted, like my dad instincts kicked in hard. Leo's journey from a helpless stray to my adventure-loving son is a story that still makes me grin ear to ear. I was out strolling with my dog when I spotted him, this little guy barely moving, looking so fragile I thought he might not make it.
My boy,
my heart raced, and I scooped him up thinking, I gotta help him. I had no clue what to do with a kitten, but I wasn't about to leave him there. So I rushed to the pet store, practically begging an employee for advice. They loaded me up with bottles, formula, a tiny bed, $500 worth of stuff. I walked out, laughing to myself, well, I guess I'm all in now. I was scared I'd mess it up, but I was committed to giving Leo a shot. At first, Leo was so small, so needy, I became his everything. He'd look at me with those big eyes like he believed I was his mom, and I couldn't bear to leave him alone. I fed him every few hours, slept with him curled up on my chest, and took him everywhere. Work, errands, you name it. He'd perch on my shoulder, meowing softly like he was saying, "Thanks for the ride, Dad." But it was exhausting. Getting up at all hours, worrying if he was eating enough. So I stuck to a strict schedule, making sure he got stronger every day. Leo took to me fast, mimicking everything I did. We'd eat together, me with my sandwich, him with his formula, and he'd nap when I crashed on the couch. He was an adventure cat at heart, always ready for whatever I was up to. But I had no idea how wild it'd get when I took him to the gym for the first time. I thought he'd just chill in his carrier, but nope. Leo saw the ropes and cables as his personal playground. I'd be doing tricep extensions, and he'd bat at the ropes, thinking it was game time. I'd laugh, saying, "Leo, you're killing my workout." But I had to keep him safe, so I'd scoop him up when he got too close to the weights.
Oh, that was cute.
The gym folks were obsessed with him. I'm bench pressing and Leo's sprawled on my stomach, purring like he's spotting me. Big buff dudes would skip their sets just to hold this tiny kitten, cooing over him like he was a celebrity. It was hilarious, but it also threw off my routine. Workouts took twice as long with Leo stealing the show. So I started bringing a toy to distract him, letting him play while I lifted, keeping him out of trouble, but still part of the fun. Leo's personality was the silliest thing. He'd do these goofy stunts, like leaping onto my shoulder mid-conversation or chasing his tail in circles. I'd high-five him saying, "You're too much, buddy." People couldn't get enough of him, and I'd tell them how I found him, how he turned me, a dog guy, into a cat dad. I grew up thinking cats were mean, standoffish, but Leo was the opposite, so loving and adventurous. But I worried sometimes. Would he stay healthy after such a rough start? So I kept up with vet visits, making sure he was thriving. As Leo grew, he didn't slow down. He's bigger now, but he still acts like a kitten around me, pouncing on my feet or curling up on my shoulder like he's still palm-sized. I'd tease him, "Leo, you're getting too big for this." but he'd just meow like, "Nah, I'm your baby." His adventurous spirit kept pushing me out of my comfort zone. I'd take him on hikes, letting him explore in his carrier, or to pet-friendly cafes where he'd charm everyone. But he could get into mischief, like swiping a napkin off a table, so I'd keep a close eye, making sure he didn't cause too much chaos. Leo's changed how I see things. I never thought I'd be cat crazy, carrying a kitten to the gym, or spending my days with a furry sidekick. But he's more than a pet. He's like my son. Sometimes I forget he's a cat, especially when he's snuggled up, purring or following me like I'm his whole world. I'd share his story with friends, and they'd laugh, saying, "You're such a cat dad now." But I still had moments of doubt. Am I doing this right? Giving him the life he deserves? So I kept learning, reading up on cat care, making sure he had everything he needed.
Dude, Leo, are you peeing in the pot right now? Are you kidding me? I mean, that's kind of cute, but like, come on. Hey, Bill.
Now, Leo's the heart of my life. He's still my adventure buddy, ready for gym trips, car rides, or just chilling at home. People see him and melt, asking to pet him, and I love telling them how he went from a scared stray to this fearless little guy who thinks ropes are toys, and I'm his mom. But I know his tiny start makes him special, so I'm extra careful, watching for any health issues, keeping him safe on our adventures. Looking at Leo, leaping onto my shoulder or purring in my lap, I see how much he's changed me. He's taught me about love, about stepping up for someone who needs you, even if it means $500 in pet supplies and a total life overhaul. I never imagined I'd be this guy, but Leo's my best friend, my kid, and I wouldn't trade him for anything. I hope we've got years of adventures left, him and me taking on the world together.
I saw that you were perfect, and so I loved you. Then I saw that you were not perfect, and I loved you even more.
Thank you for watching. If you like the story, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video.